1, transitioning now. And you're on.
Okay, so that's my cue to go.
Yep.
Wow.
All good to go.
Okay, well, what's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to the Mario 64 16-star run with the dance pads. Man, even though we had the countdown and everything, I was not expecting to just jump in like that. But here we are. I guess I'll just address the elephant in the room. First of all, we have, just below Mario's nose, we have an input display, so you'll know exactly what buttons I'm pressing as I'm pressing them. But without any further ado, let's just get the run started. So I'll give a countdown from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no, don't do this to me. Okay, good. It's fine. It decided to stop for just a little bit. Okay. So here we are with Mario 64, 16-star, a run that I'm sure a lot of you have seen before, and honestly, this run isn't going to be a lot different. There are a few changes to the routing that's going on because I take on some easier stars in order to make my time a little faster. But the general thing is that I'm going to try and do as many tricks using the dance pads as what you would see a typical speedrunner do. And then for some of the more advanced ones, such as the bomb clip, we're going to try and find some alternative strategies for it. And above all else, because I don't have an analog stick and I instead just have a D-pad, Mario's movement is going to look a little weird because he's going to be turning on very sharp angles, which I guess is fitting considering how sharp this whole game is. So without any further stalling, let's get straight into it. So the first thing we're going to try and do is skip the Lakitu cutscene, which I unfortunately did not do. You basically need Mario's right foot on the left side of the bridge. I just went a little too far to the right. Just for safety, wow. Just for safety, I wanted to make sure that I didn't land in the moat. And then we also had a fantastic bonk as well, just to waste a little extra time. So, the Lakitu cutscene that we would have skipped would have saved about 10 seconds in the run. So right now, we've already lost time, but that's okay. We're about to do our next skip, or trick, or clip. I guess it's kind of all three. And so what we're doing is we're taking this box. And you've probably never seen a typical 16-star runner take this box. It's something that just makes things a little easier for me because bomb clip is not. And so we clip into the wall by crouching with the box, and boom, straight in. That also skips the cutscene of the chain chomp if we were to ground pound on the pole. And with that, we're done with Bob on Battlefield and going straight into Whomp's Fortress. So we'll do a nice jump kick down here and a kind of awkward round the table there to get to the Whomp's Fortress stage. Okay. And the reason we do the box clip is because, like I said, bomb clip is a little hard. It requires pressing A and B and left at the same time, which, considering the constraints of my body, would result in me, like, basically just getting on the floor, and I don't want to do that. So now we're going to move on to the next trick here, which is cannonless. It involves getting on top of this plank and doing a neat little setup that makes it super consistent. So let's just see how it goes. And it didn't work out too well. I'm going to try and save it, and I didn't. So instead, we're just going to fumble our way around this corner, and we'll just get the wild blue star. And we'll try cannonless again in just a sec. I have a bad angle there, so I can't get the fast entry, but we have the backup there. Fantastic. So the reason why cannonless is a little tricky for me, like I said, I'm using a D-pad or a dance pad that acts as a D-pad, so I don't have analog controls. And usually what you do toward the edge of that plank is you would slowly walk towards it so that Mario will grab the ledge as he falls. But what I have to do is I have to basically run at it at full speed, and then just as he's about to fall off the ledge, I have to tap left, which will make him grab the ledge. And it's kind of weird, but it kind of looks like that. There we go. Second time's a charm. Cool. Well, that went well. Next up, we're going to go to the top of Whomp's Fortress, where we're going to say hello to Whomp himself. The great thing about this stage is that it's super small. Super small, a lot of stars in the same area, so the majority of the stars that we need are actually from here. So we'll do a triple jump up the stairway to get onto the floating island so that we can quickly enter the battle here. And that's ground pound number 1. And you can see here that when he tries to ground pound me, I can ground pound to just pass through him. And just like that, Womp is done and taken care of. I got a little misaligned on the first jump, unfortunately. But all good, that's all done. And for the sake of recycling, we're once again going to go to the top of the stage because now that Womp is gone, a tower has appeared. And so the tower has a star of its own. It's kind of a little obstacle course. Pretty easy to do. But we're going to follow the same process of triple jumping up here, unless we clip into the stairs and it eats our second jump, which happens a lot. So we'll take this warp. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the movement of the Womp ate my triple jump, so we'll go around here, and because I was too slow, couldn't grab the platform. At this point, this would be a reset, because this is like the worst case scenario, but it's okay. We've made it to the plank. Do a nice little wall kick there, and it gets our way up to these moving platforms. And just like that, with no fumbling whatsoever, we've made it to the top of the tower. Star is all done. Which means we only have one more star that we have to get here now. And the final star in Womp's Fortress that we need is the cage star. And usually a speedrunner will be super quick about it and get to the top and then do owlless. And so we're going to do that, but without all of the fuss. We're just going to grab the owl, and as long as you get the star disappearing in the middle of the screen, you can ground pound and land directly on it. So that's nice and easy, and Womp's Fortress is done. So now we're going to start heading towards Bowser's stage, but we do need 8 stars before we can do that. We're going to get the next 2 stars from Cool Mountain. I did not time that very well. We're going to get the next 2 stars from Cool Mountain. So the first is going to be the wall kicks will work, and the second is going to be the baby penguin, because those are super easy to do. So let's go. So we rotate our camera right, run up toward the tree, run left, jump off. When we see our shadow, hold right, and then do a kick about halfway down. Tap the Mario Cam button twice to bring Lakitu down to you, and then it's just a simple triple jump and an invisible wall, and then a long jump, and we're all good. I don't usually jump from that far at the bottom, and I had no idea there even was an invisible wall there, so that was kind of scary. But at least it didn't kill us, and we can keep going. So, baby penguin. Nice little triple jump to the top. Lets me hold right immediately to just grab the penguin, and then it's just a simple slide down the mountain here. Boom. Is this your baby? Thank you for the star. Okay. Pretty good. So like I said, we only needed 2 stars. So those are the only 2 that we were going to get. And so we are out of here. Once we exit this door, we're going to do a nice little side flip, and then another nice little side flip, and that gets us right into the first Bowser stage. And I'm going to hope that my dance pad cooperates with me here, because I haven't done any maintenance on it. And I just want to say that ahead of time, because if something bad happens, it's because of that. Most notably my down arrow, but I'll mention it when it happens. If it happens. And so the great thing about this stage... Sorry, go ahead.
We sneak in a quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got $10 from Young Funfish, who says, always a joy to watch PeekingBoo and his dance pan shenanigans. Heart.
Thanks, Young. And good, the down arrow didn't jam, so I didn't get knocked off that pillar there. That platform is super thin, and I was getting a little worried that, I don't know, maybe it would just decide to hold down at a time that I didn't want it to. If you have any more, go ahead, by the way.
That was the only one I have right now, but keep the donations coming in. We have a lot of great incentives coming up and more great runs to see here on Mid-Spring Speed Fling 2021.
Okay. Oh my goodness, he didn't make the distance. There he goes. Nice little recovery there. So one of the great things about using my setup here is that unlike an analog stick where you can't tap a stick left and right at the same time, you can with this. And so what that means is that if you hold a direction and then you press an opposing direction, it keeps adding speed without taking speed away for Bowser's spin. And so you get a neat little situation like that where I can hold right and tap left and away he goes. But we're done with Bowser now. Bowser has given us the key to the basement. So we're going to put that in now. And we're going to say hello to the big bird in Shifting Sandland. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about this because I don't think even in the brief practice I've done in the last few days, I've actually gotten it correctly. But actually, no, I did it once. But anyway, statistics aside, let's try to get it twice. So here we go. It's a super simple thing to do, but it's also really easy to mess up. So we're going to go over here, do a couple of dive rollouts, long jump onto the fly guy, and then we missed the fly guy. So that fly guy part of it is the part that pretty much determines whether or not it's going to be successful. Oh my goodness, dude, get out. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm too late for the bird, who's now going back. So I'm just going to do this weird jump up here to get that star. And yeah, I think we'll try that again. So I'll follow the same process, but I'll try to slow down or something a bit. Okay, good. And there we go. So that's how it's supposed to work. And like I said, I don't often get it the first time, or I haven't been recently, but it looks cool if I do. So that was a nice simple one. And that's all we're taking from Shifting Sandland. Those two stars in particular are super quick and they're really easy to pull off. But the remaining stars in that stage are pretty long. So now we're switching over to Hazy Maze Cave, where there's I think 3 easy stars followed by Toad, who gives you a free star. And then we'll finish off with Lethal Lava Land. So our first easy star is getting our way over here, doing a wall kick through the ceiling, holding left, and then just completely missing that part. And I'm just going to get back on this platform because I had a bad experience the other day, and we'll go and get Watch for Rolling Rocks instead. So thankfully there's a backup if I mess up the first jump. And there we go. So now, instead of doing Watch for Rolling Rocks, I'll try that first trick again. And we should be okay. It's all about that consistency, which I do not have. So once again, we'll do a 1, 2, triple jump over here. A nice wall bounce. I'll go up a bit more before holding left. There we go. That gives me a steeper angle, which changes where I would grab the wall there. So the issue I had to begin with is that I held left too soon, and that affected the way I jumped. So the second time round, I kind of went up a bit more, and that worked out great. So the final star we're going to get from Hazy Maze Cave is the Dory, the Dory star. I actually forget what it's called. I guess we're about to relearn that in just a moment. But super simple. It's one of the easiest clips to do in the game. You literally just walk at this wall, and then let the elevator stand on you. Done. So what is this called? Swimming Beast in the Cavern. Well, there you go. There we go. Now that we got 13 stars, let's get off the wall and say hi to Toad. I do want to be near the wall though, because what I'm going to do from here is jump up onto the railing through this cutscene. And then it's going to push me over to the side. Go. And that just saves me the hassle of having to do a side flip up here. Get a nice double long jump straight into Lethal Lava Land. Do a C right as soon as we spawn, and we're going to jump straight into the lava. And this will be the... I guess this will be the final stage that we get, you know... This is the final stage that we kind of get a star from. You know, without leading up to a setup for 16 star. So the reason we've been getting 15 stars up until this point is because the rabbit in the basement doesn't spawn. This dude here doesn't spawn until you get 15 stars. Please, thank you. And so all of that was just to get this rabbit to spawn. So now that we've done that, we're going to ignore this star because stars aren't important. We're going to let the camera rotate on its own. And what we want to do is have the shadow disappear in the door. Like that. We crouch, turn around, pick it up, jump toward the door. And we're through. Let's rinse and repeat that again, except with this door it's a lot easier. So just run at the corner and crouch. And boom. There you go. This would be 15 star if not for the fact that we have to collect this star in order to enter the Bowser stage. So now we've got a lot of swimming ahead of us. And when we get on top of the submarine's tail, we're going to try and do a side flip, which should give me enough height and clearance to actually get on top of the sub. Okay, so there it is. That's the tail of the sub. If I do this right, I came in with too much speed. I was going to say, if I do this right, I'll land on here with enough momentum. Oh my goodness. There we go. Nice little camera angle change there. Let's try this again. I'm trying to get a triple jump on here. There we go. Little awkward, but we got there in the end. And so now we have a nice, easy path straight into Bowser in the Fire Sea. And just like the first Bowser stage, this one is also a side-scroller. So we're going to do a... I'm just going to hold right to win, but we are just going to do a little diagonal bounce. I was supposed to collect... Whoa, slow down there, Goomba. I was supposed to collect 2 coins there so that I could lava bounce without any hassle, but that didn't work out, so we had to make a bit of a detour. Oh boy, the green demon. Oh boy, the wall jumps. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, as long as I still... Uh-oh. Okay, everything's fine. I'm not going to make it to the top in time. That sucks. Okay, well that just demonstrates how easily everything can go wrong. But yeah, now we have to wait here. So if you guys have any more announcements, by all means, now's a great time.
Actually, I do have a $5 donation from our previous runner, Sandshark, sending the best of luck to PeekingBoo, my fellow Aussie speedrunner. I never cease to be amused watching games I struggle to complete, normally being completely obliterated with the dance pads. Keep up the good work, putting this donation towards the Mort the Chicken all cutscenes.
Thank you, Sandshark. Appreciate it, dude. Okay. So Bowser's gonna bounce on this platform, and we're just gonna slide behind him, and when the wobbling stops, we just grab him, do the same hold right, tap left dealio, and then throw him to the left. Boom. Free, easy kill. Free, easy kill. And so that leaves us with only the end of the game to go now. We've got our 16 stars, we've got our 2 keys, so how do we take all of this and get to the very final stage? Well, since we're locked in here, we have to re-enter Bowser in the Fire Sea, so that we can hit exit course. And then we're gonna go and take this key to the upstairs. And this is where the backward long jumps are gonna come in. And I'm pretty hit and miss with backward long jumps. Sometimes they work out great, sometimes they take a while. I've been pretty good with them lately, so let's see what happens today. But it's not a mash, it's like a rhythm. Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. Yeah, I don't feel confident about that. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. The first time in a little while I haven't got it first try though. But sometimes it just be like that, you know? Like I'm getting the first two, but I'm not getting more than that, which kind of sucks. Let's go again. There we go. So it either works or it doesn't. Mario, get out of the wall. Thank you. We'll get our way up here, and we just have one more backward long jump to go. This one you can actually go super slow for. So I think I'll do just that. Come on. Listen to how slow that was. You can do it so easily. It's definitely not a mash. All right, and there we go. So we've just done our backward long jumps all the way into the final stage. So all that's left now is to do one more side scroller. You know, side scroller with a couple of 3D elements, but mostly just hold left and right to win. Oh boy, I was actually on the railing there. That was a bit scary. And one other little piece of tech that we haven't used at all, which I accidentally stood on that button, so now I can't use, is you can do some slope kicks by holding the jump button and tapping B to kick up them. But then I stupidly pressed the button because I was thinking about pressing buttons, and didn't end up doing it. But because me being me messed up, let me demonstrate it now. So there you go. That's one of the few times I have to actually hit the floor because the A button and the B button are very far away and I can't hit it with one foot. But the more you know... No, Mario, don't do that! Alright, so if you missed that, let's do it again, shall we? 2, 3. B, 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 while holding A. Mario, how could you do that to me, dude? Let's try this again. So what I'm trying to do here is just clear this area without landing on the arrow platform. And, I mean, if I could have got the triple jump, it would have allowed me to get up here too. It's still faster than waiting for the arrow platform, but messing it up twice kind of defeats the purpose. So, it is what it is. Here we go. I'll wait here just in case something bad happens. And now it's time to fight Bowser. We're actually going to be really lazy about fighting Bowser today. So we all know the common way of fighting Bowser. You know, you pick him up, you spin him, throw him at the bombs. Not going to worry about that so much today. I feel a little lazy. So we're going to hit C right and C down and run straight to the bottom of the screen. And this is kind of RNG heavy in that it's a 50-50 chance. So every time Bowser jumps, we lost that 50-50. If Bowser doesn't jump and instead runs at us, like this, then we save time over what I would have to do if I was spinning Bowser. So, overall just then, I lost probably about 5 seconds. So that's 7 seconds lost. Followed by, okay, that's fine. So 7 seconds lost, but considering how long it takes me to spin Bowser and actually get an accurate throw, it usually takes longer than 7 seconds anyway, so it's still worth going for. Okay. A little too soon, I think. Oh no, that worked out. Cool. So that was Mario 64 16 star with dance pads. Time is coming up when we collect the last star here. That went really well. Well, I mean, as well as it should have, I guess. Time. GG. Okay, well, thank you dudes for watching that run. I will admit, I'm a lot rustier at Mario 64 than what I used to be when I was running it frequently. But if you did enjoy this run, you might be interested to know that I speedrun a lot of games on my channel. The main one that we've been doing for the last couple of months has been Celeste. So yeah, if you're interested, drop me a follow. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of the marathon, and I'll kick it back to the hosts.